These pictures show the upturned hull of the missing Cheeki Rafiki. The US Coast Guard, which found the yacht on Friday, said the life raft on board hadn't been used. After covering more than 21,000 miles of ocean from the air and sea, the search was finally called off in the early hours of Saturday morning. The Coast Guard said the extreme weather conditions at the time the men raised a distress call suggested they'd only survive around 20 hours. More than a week after Andrew Bridge, James Mayle, Paul Goslin and Stephen Warren went missing, this was the news their families had been dreading. In a statement, Stephen Warren's family said, "We are very sad that the US has now suspended the search for Stephen and his friends. From the beginning, we, together with the other families involved, have continued to hold out hope that he would be found alive. This is now an incredibly difficult time for all the family." The US Coast Guard resumed its search for the missing sailors on Tuesday at the request of the UK government and after more than 200,000 people signed a petition started by the families.
Well, I think we've got to be incredibly grateful to the US Coast Guard for the effort they've put in so far. I mean, they've not just had one go at this, they've had two really big goes at this, and they've got the most fantastic equipment. When they can find something the size of my thumb on radar, and they've got infrared that'll pick up heat, you do realise the technology they've brought to bear on this. And how much longer can we expect them to go on looking? I think we should just be grateful for everything they've done and appreciate that, frankly, they've said, look guys, we've done everything we can, we just can't go on doing this any longer.
This was thought to be the last picture taken of the four yachtsmen. The US Coast Guard said its thoughts and prayers were with their families and that it was only after its deepest consideration that the search was called off. Rajini Vaidyanathan, BBC News, Boston.